Buying a home, it's likely the most money you will ever spend at one time. Make sure you have a real estate team you can trust on your side, helping you every step of the way. Welcome back to the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show with one of the most trusted realtors in Windsor, Essex, Dan Gemus.
Okay, we're back here, 12:35 on AM 800. Joyce Blackmere in studio with me today, and it's time for our segment with our good friend Mandy Taggart from The Organizer. Hey, Mandy, how are you today?
Hey, guys, I'm good. How are you?
We're fantastic. Thank you so much. You've got a great topic today, all about physical and mental clutter. Well, we've all got both of those things.
Yeah, so I do want to talk about that link between physical clutter and mental clutter.
Yeah.
I think that it's often overlooked, and I think that it's very important for us to kind of understand and unpack a little bit.
Agreed. Where do we start?
Okay, so this is something that it's been hard for me to articulate to my clients over the last few years that I've been organizing. I can see it, but it's hard to kind of explain. And I stumbled across this Facebook reel this week from somebody else that's in like the kind of organizing minimalist world, and I shared it on my socials because I feel like he explained it very well. And the way that he explains it is that all of your belongings are constantly having like conversations with you. So when you walk into your house, if it's cluttered, you're, I guess, subconsciously having conversations with everything that you see. So, for example, you open your closet's packed with stuff, right? And there's all of these clothes that are screaming at you like, hey, remember when you used to wear me 10 years ago when you were in better shape? You walk into your garage and there's like a couple of things that are broken that you haven't gotten around to fixing, and they're screaming at you like, hey, remember this project over here that you bought all the things for that you needed to work on that you never did? And these conversations can become very overwhelming, right? And it clutters your mind in addition to having your space being cluttered, and then that kind of makes people feel stuck. So I think and so it's hard. It was hard to explain until I came across this, and the conversations that you're subconsciously having is what's causing you to feel overwhelmed. But if you remove those things from your space completely, those conversations can't happen anymore. So the act of like purging and having that kind of approach will get rid of the conversations and the clutter and kind of have that open air, open-minded feel in your space and in your mind.
I feel like there's so many people that we know, and you know what, it happens to us too, where you start accumulating stuff, right, in a corner or in a room, and it just gets at one point so bad that you just kind of give up on trying to declutter because it's been there forever. Like you said, you're talking to it, right, and you're afraid to almost remove it. So how do you get past that point where you actually, get to that moment where it's time to just get rid of stuff?
Well, I think that if you can understand that these objects, these inanimate objects, are actually like controlling your thought processes, if that is something that people can kind of open their minds to, then it's a matter of like, no, I'm in control. I'm in control of what I think. I'm in control of my space. I don't need these things screaming at me, all of these, you should be doing this and you should have done that and remember this and remember that. Like, I don't need this in my space. So when you have that mindset where it's like you're taking back control, that these stupid objects that we don't really like need to allow to have that control over us, right? When we take control back, then it can be very empowering. And that's always what I try to do with my clients, is make them feel empowered.
I love that.
Yeah, and you can like link it to like the Airbnb thing, right? So we go on vacation, we get a hotel room or an Airbnb, we go in there, there's nothing in there that you don't probably need, and there's no conversation to be had. And that's why we feel so relaxed when we go to these places, because there's nothing telling us anything, right? We're open-minded, we're kind of clear-headed, and we're able to enjoy ourselves. And we can link it again, right, with listing a home. You want to have an open, clear space because you want potential buyers coming in and people coming in looking at your space and not talking to all of your belongings. You want them being open-minded and having a clear vision of what they can envision in that space, right? And the clutter just weighs all of that down.
Is there a fine line between having no clutter and literally, so I'm one, I love a good empty space. I love nothing on the counters. But does it go too far where it's too cold because there's nothing around?
I think that in a home that you live in, you can get to that point where it does feel cold and doesn't feel so inviting or doesn't feel personal, right? But I think that when you're going to like an Airbnb or a shared space or, listing a home for someone else to kind of put those touches in it, I don't see that.
Yeah, less is more for sure, especially when listing.
Yeah.
I love the idea too when you think about when you're packing to move to your next home, like and those conversations, so to speak. It's like, do you really want to bring this clutter to your next space?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, and we see it all the time, right? Where people who have already moved in and haven't had those conversations with their staff, now they're having these conversations again. It's just in a new space, right? So they're not feeling any better because they're still having these old conversations and it's still kind of dragging them backwards, right?
Yeah.
So it is very important to have those conversations before you pack, before you move, to make sure that what you're bringing with you is having positive conversations and they're in a space that you want them to be in your life.
Now, Mandy, before we let you go, remind everybody of the service that you provide, because we have a lot of clients that are using your services and they are so happy. So tell people about what you do exactly.
Yeah, so we are a professional organizing and cleaning company here in Windsor, Essex. We do mainly organizing, so a lot of purging, packing, and unpacking for people who are moving. We do downsizing. We help busy families just kind of stay organized and create functional systems in their homes so they don't, feel so overwhelmed. And then we do the cleaning part of it as well, because we want to offer a full kind of well-rounded package to people who are looking for support in their homes. It's all about finding peace of mind where you live, right?
And how does everyone reach out to the team if they want to get more information?
So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. It's at I Need the Organizer, or you can go to our website, which is theorganizer.ca.
Theorganizer.ca. Mandy Taggart, awesome as always. Thanks for the great tips, and we'll chat with you soon.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, you guys.
Bye,
bet.
Mandy.
Thank you. But great tips there, and it's so true. Like we've all got so much clutter happening in our lives, just again physically and mentally.
Yeah. Well, and you think about the items and how it just adds to the mental clutter that you just have going on day to day, right? Like not just with stuff in your home, but just it adds on.
I relate back to my
talking with my hands like other people can see me.
I relate to my office desk over the last couple of weeks where we've had so much going on, and Joyce knows I get very stressed about my desk because if I have stuff on it, it's stuff I have to do.
This is what I hear all week.
Because I try to keep it all together.
One step at a time.
I know, one moment at a time. Because if I have stuff on my desk, it's stuff I have to tackle or I have to do, right? And so I love having an empty desk and zero email. So if my email zero is always my goal. It's never there, but my goal is email zero. And if it does get there, it's once every 3 months for about 4 minutes, and then it's kind of done, right? So I'm one of those where I like nothingness, love it, but does it go too far sometimes? Maybe it does.
Probably.
Nick and I are kind of each in the middle. Before we go to break, Joyce, let's mention the open house happening right this moment until 2 o'clock.
Yes, Erin is at 695 Richmond Street in Amherstburg today until 2 o'clock. And it is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home with a fenced backyard and a 2-tier deck. It's got a finished basement. It's got a lovely curb appeal, attached garage.
Nice.
It's right in the heart of town. So close to parks, schools, amenities. Definitely one to go and check out. And that's 695 Richmond Street in Amherstburg until 2 o'clock.
Amazing. You can find more information just seeing people's texts coming in about clutter. My wife's a hoarder, so it makes my life difficult.
My kids are hoarders.
Are they?
All three.
Are they? They all love stuff,
Yeah,
eh?
and it finds its way into the back room and
that's what happens.
Close the door.
I find that the family just shifts things right from room to room. You feel bad about having it on the dining room table, so you shift it over to the kitchen table or to the kitchen counter or to the office, and it just creates a pile somewhere else.
Yeah,
so.
they know I don't like stuff like
Yep.
knick-knack stuff, so they collect it and whatever.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a break. And again, you can find our open houses, 695 Richmond Street in downtown Amherstburg. I shouldn't say downtown Amherstburg, but not far from downtown Amherstburg, right in the heart of town there. Erin is there till 2 o'clock today, but all the information, our photos, videos are on our website, dangemus.com. Joyce, what do you say we give away a gift card for some popcorn?
Let's do it.
Over at the Richmond Popcorn Company. If you want to win some free popcorn, well, you can caller number 8. Joyce is keeping it simple today. 519-792-2559, 519-792-CKLW. Caller number 8 gets some popcorn from the Richmond Popcorn Company. The gift card can be used at either the downtown Amherstburg location or the new Tecumseh Mall location. Open all of the Tecumseh Mall hours. So go check it out and see our team over at the Richmond Popcorn Company at Tecumseh Mall, as well as the original downtown Amherstburg location. People have been messaging all week asking if we could open up locations in various parts of the province and other parts of Windsor.
Yep.
So the answer is no. We're taking a break. We're just we just opened this one, and that's going to stay there for hopefully forever. But we're going to work on that first before we go to the next spot. So is there room to grow? Always, but
not today.
We got to breathe. We got to breathe first. So there you go. Okay, so caller number 8, you will win some free popcorn from the Richmond Popcorn Company. All their flavors and locations, all the information on the website, richmondpopcorn.com. Go try Nikki's caramel corn. Go try my favorite Oreo or the which one? Oh gosh, I can recommend so many. But Wild Wild West is very popular. Truffle and herbs is my favorite right now. Truffle and herbs. Try it out, okay? Nice and light. Okay, take a break, come back with more. We're going to finish off our top seller mistakes. We have our top 4 mistakes still to come, and we're going to get to listener questions as well, okay? Lots more to come right here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.